So today we'll start from the story TS48. So the requirement over here is it is for the object called contact. Okay. And our client wants on the contact object. Basically, this is the contact object. It's a standard object provided by the sales. Okay. Now I our client wants auto calculation of the field total amount. Total amount is one field which we need to create if the if that field is not available in our system. They want uh, if I want a system to automatically calculate total amount. There is a field called total amount. It should have been used the formula called amount and unit price. What does it mean? There is one field called total amount. Now there is another field, quantity and unit price. Unit price. Now if any person now let's consider our client sold refrigerators and AC. Okay. These are the products which our client sells. We are just considering for an example. So there is one person name. Let me give the name Praveen. Praveen want to purchase a product AC. Okay, and the product price for the AC is 32,000, and they want to purchase three ACs. So what will be the value come in the total amount? Like how much amount I should take from Praveen in this scenario?
B7 into H7.
Hmm? Basically 3 into 32,000 we have to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it becomes 96,000. So now the same thing our client wants. They want one field total amount on the contact object and the quantity field and the unit price field. Why so? If any contact person want to purchase any product from us, they will write the price, okay, whatever the price is of that product, how many quantity that particular person is purchasing, and they don't want to calculate this total amount like 96,000 or anything. Okay, they want this field should have automatic value come in once we enter the value in the quantity and the units. Got the requirement? This is all. This is written over here. I want the system to automatically calculate total amount by multiplying the quantity by the unit price. Okay, so that I don't have a manually calculate or enter the total amount, ensuring correct value should come and it saves our time as well. Okay, so let's start with the implementation first. You have to click on new, so setup to create a field. The same thing. Click on object manager, Go to contact object. We have to create this field on the contact object. Go to field and relationship and create a field total amount. Let's first check. Hope that field isn't available over here, else it will be duplicate. Unit price is not there. Quantity is also not there. So let's create these three fields. Now, first I'll create quantity field. Okay. So what should be the data type in the quantity field?
Number.
Number.
Numbers. Okay. Net. Click next. Name of the field should be quantity. Okay. Guide me on the other steps. What should be the length and decimals?
You can give 100. For 1,000, you can give length.
1000.
Yeah.
Do you know what the length means? It doesn't mean you can able to enter only maximum one or two. Sorry. It doesn't mean you're able to enter only one quantity or two quantity. That length basically means, if you have tried,
Okay. Okay.
number of digits. So 18
Hmm.
means these. Like we have entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the
Yeah.
8 digits. So
You
this
can
is the
give
length.
10 to the max.
10. Okay. What about the decimals?
And 0, sir.
0. Okay. Now let's not give this field required because it is not telling us. And let's click save. Let me create another field, unit price. What should be the data type for the unit price?
Same number, sir.
Number.
No.
Currency, sir. Sorry.
Currency. We will have a price. So price is in rupees or is in numbers. If we go in the deeper, then it should be currency. Okay. Now what should be the length? What should be the length for this one? Let me give this 10.
10.
Should
10 is
this have decimals?
Yes, sir, we can give.
Okay. Let me click next. Next. Save and now let me create another field called total amount. What should be the data type for the total amount field? This one.
I guess formula.
Correct. Now let's see how we can use the formula field. The field name is total amount first. Now in the formula field, they will again ask you the value like data type. So there are few options in this like checkbox, currency, date, time, number, percent, text and time. These are the data type. Like total amount is the formula field. Okay, which kind of value this field should return? Like once you get the data, 3 into 2000, it is giving you the value as 96,000, right? Now this value is what kind of data type can hold. Like checkbox can hold this value, or currency, date time, number, percent, text, or time. Which kind of value the formula will return? Basically, the outcome will be of which data type?
Number.
Number. Any other option? Anyone else? Yeah, some number, correct. Everyone is agree with the number.
Currency, Tushar.
Currency. Number we can use, but in the numbers we will not be able to see a rupee sign or a dollar sign. That is why we will use currency.
Okay.
The same logic which we use for the unit price field. If there is no option for the currency, then we can go with the number. But Salesforce have the option for this part, then obviously we'll use. Now, how many decimals this value can provide? We selected just two, and that's it. Click next. Now, this is the formula creator where we have to create the formula. Now, first thing is written total amount, which is a currency type, equal to what formula we have to write, like how this field should have the value. Obviously, we are multiplying quantity with the unit price or unit price with the quantity, right?
Yeah.
So we have to write the formula over here. How we have to select the object, contact. The field is from the contact object. Which field? Quantity. Select the field. Then we have to multiply. Select the operator. Multiply. Select the field. Unit price. Now check the syntax. Basically checks the format you have used is correct or not. The format is correct. Now click next and save. Your field is created. Total amount.
So
It's a
sorry to
formula.
interrupt. Can you just repeat previous page? My connection was lost.
There is no repetition. I have to create everything from new. Currency. You have to put the fields like quantity, like in the total amount, we'll be multiplying quantity with the unit price. So we have to write the formula quantity into unit price. Then click check syntax. It checks the format. So the format is correct. Then simply click next and click save.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. So we have created our field total amount. So it's a formula field and it will have a value in the currency format. Now let's see if this is implemented or not. Quantity is there, unit price is there. Now let's suppose, let me try this out. Unit price and the quantity that person is purchasing 3. See, I entered only 32,000, but it automatically puts dot, then two zeros, like decimals, then comma in the our standard way of writing the rupees. Okay, all these things it has done. Now let me input the details of the person who is interested to buy Praveen. Praveen ABC. Let me save. Now, if you open, you can see the Praveen is interested. Uh, like Praveen wants a product, and the price of that product is 32,000, and he wants a quantity 3. So the field total amount comes up automatically and the value comes automatically, like we haven't entered, right? Is it clear how we can create a formula field?
Yeah.
So that's all. Now we have to go through how we can test any requirement. Like this is the requirement TS48. There are many other requirements which we have covered. All these other requirements. Whatever we have the user stories, all other require. Okay, like there's creating an application, then creating an object, creating a field, okay, creating a field, creating a dependent pick list, then the TS48, which is currently we are doing, creating a formula field. So we have to validate each and everything. We have to test each and everything. Now, what does it mean? How to test and what does it mean? Let's suppose what happens in the company whenever any requirements come. This is the requirement. We are the tester, we are the QA. We will do not have to develop this. Whatever we have developed so far now, we will not have to develop these things in the company. These things will be developed by the developer. Doesn't matter it's so easy or hard. Development work is for the developers. Our work is to check, to validate that all the things are working correctly or not. Is the developer has implemented each and everything properly or not? This is our work. This is our role. Now, how we can test this out that the developer have created the right field at the right area and it is fully functional as per the requirement. So now let's suppose understand from the QA perspective. We'll read the story. It is saying on the contact object there should be one field called total amount, which should be a formula field and a quantity and unit by something. Let's understand from the just a summary. I want the system to automatically calculate total amount field by multiplying these and these. Okay, so we'll see we have the contact object available or not first thing. If yes, we'll see do we have the field? Yes, we have the quantity field, we have the unit price. Any person who is already working in the sales force, they know that the formula field doesn't visible until as unless record is being saved. So right now you are not able to see the total amount field, which is formula field, because the record is not saved. But if you edit, then you see the field. Now, how we can test? So there is one way to test, a very basic way of testing it out. Create a record like this and enter the value. Let's suppose I am entering unit price at 3400 and entering 9 over here. So 9 quantity and the unit price 650. Let's click save and see the fields are having the proper values which we have entered, and the total amount field is auto calculating like based on the formula unit price into quantity. So it should come 5850. So we can manually calculate this into this, or we can, like, we do not have to believe like it will calculate properly by own. We have to check it. So we can simply use calculator or anything just to verify the data they are providing is correct. So 5850. So that is how we have verified the field is providing a proper value. So this is the very basic thing which we need to test the particular user story is functional. Understood?
Well, I have one question. When you go to those fields, do we have property values? Can we see property values to those fields?
The
Like
fields and
XPath,
relationship.
XPath, like a field name, something like that.
Mm,
Individual
no,
field, not this one.
no, where I need to go.
Go to the page now where it is originally displayed.
You mean in the setup or
Not in the setup. In this page only, like this is the landing page, right? Here you can see. Here if you inspect, do we have the property values like unique property values?
property value?
Yeah, this is from automation point of view. Like we need to hit a object, we need a right
Hmm.
property value, right? Like field name, unique field name.
Yes, yes, yes. So from where we got that?
I saw field name on the top.
Let me write. Total amount you want to see.
Mm.
Total amount. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this
label
is
I think we can take.
label is there, total amount, and few other things, class, something.
Okay, fine.
Hmm. So you know automation?
Yeah, I am from automation background.
Okay. So
I
from which
used the
tool?
UFT,
Okay.
and now I'm upgrading to Playwright.
Okay. Got it. So Playwright is also a coding tool, right? Like it
Yeah.
requires some script and all.
Mm.
And no problem. So Salesforce will have all the properties which generally any website has. Now, so this is the first thing we have checked by creating a record, entering the value in the quantity and the unit price, and checking the data like data as in the formula field gives the proper response or not. Now, what else we can check? Now, testers work over here is not only to check a basic functionality, what it's written over here, but anything we can try. Like, let's suppose this particular application is being used by a person who don't know how to use it. Okay, they might enter minus value in the quantity, they might enter minus value over here, or they might enter values in the points, or they might does not enter any value in the quantity. Like they can do any mistake, right? So what should be the response in each of the scenarios if we enter the negative value, if we does not have any value, or if both the have the wrong value, or once the record is created they edit the record, we can edit the record. So after editing the record they enter some wrong value, bad data is it mean maybe minus, maybe in the fractions or anything which is not relevant. So we need to try out all the cases whatever we can think of. So that is a part of the testing. First the basic scenario, now all the scenarios which we can think of, so that our functionality won't break in any of the scenarios. Understood? Now let me write out these things. Now you know what you need to test. So first thing what we will do, we'll write it down what we will going to test. So first thing, create a new contact record and check the unit price, quantity and total amount field available to use and ठीक है पहली चीज second पहला चीज what we have checking that in the contact record in the contact object are we having the field unit price quantity and the total amount. Okay, then only we should be able to check others. Second, what we can test, enter values in unit price, quantity, unit price quantity, and see total amount is automatically calculated based on the value provided in unit price into quantity. ठीक है. Second thing what we can test, enter some value in the unit price field and the quantity field. So that is what we have done. Enter values in the quantity field, enter value in the unit price field, and check the total amount field is having the value automatically calculated based on the formula quantity into unit price. Calculation is correct. Clear? Third thing what we can check, uh, what we can do, enter value in quantity and see total amount is automatically calculated based on the value provided in the quantity. Now what does it mean? We are only providing the value in the quantity field and not providing any value in the unit price field. So if I talk you about, so we have entered the value over here. Let's suppose 5 quantity. Nikhil want to purchase, okay, of the AC product, but the unit price does not have the value. So what value the total amount should have in this scenario? Hmm. Can anyone tell what will happen in this scenario? What should happen in this case? Any idea?
It will take the previous amount unit price.
Okay. What it should take? Let's take from the perspective
32,000.
32,000. Let's suppose you are saying because of this. Now the customer is interested to purchase refrigerator. We entered the value in the quantity, but we does not enter the value in the unit.
It will
What
reflect 0.
in the total amount?
No,
Yes.
it will give the quantity because we are multiplying. So it's 0 into 5. So it will be 5.
0
0
into
into
5 will
5,
be 0.
0,
Yeah, yeah, it's 0. Yeah.
0, obviously. So we have to check this. Now checking out the things, we have two options, like two things we have to check. While creating the records, the behavior is same, and while editing the records, the behavior is same. So let's enter nothing over here and see what is the value. So we are getting a 0. So
Hmm.
this is correct as per the formula?
Correct, correct. Yeah.
No, this is correct as per the formula. Now, being a manual tester, we are a manual tester. This thing will pass in the automation testing, Praveen. But one thing more we have to check, like now think from the perspective, some business does not have a value in the unit price field and they selected the quantity. Or you visit the big bazaar, let's suppose. You purchase one product and its quantity you asked, enter 5. But there is no price. So what will happen? They will not charge you anything. But will they give you that product?
No, to sir.
No. So what is missing? Like, what do you think? What should be like? What should happen in this case?
So unit price should be binary field.
Correct. So now, as per our observation, it is not written anywhere that the unit price field should be mandatory. If you read all the requirements, it is not written anywhere. Now, because of our this scenario, we can say if this field should be mandate, if this field is mandatory, then we must have to enter the value, right? If
Yes.
we have to enter the value, let's suppose if this is mandatory, so obviously we'll enter some value, let's suppose 500. So 500, then automatically 500 into 5, 2500 answer will come. Now over here from our testing, we make this field as a mandatory. So this scenario will never come. Like the unit price can be blank. Now, but one more scenario can come. What's that? Are you able to think? Let's suppose product is AC. There is no value in the quantity. So what should be the answer in the total amount in this scenario? Hmm?
Like by formula, total answer will be 0, but logically it should be 32,000. Like if there is no quantity, it should be considered as 1.
No. If there is
No,
no quantity, we should
consider
be
it as
considered
1.
zero. Like,
So same case, we need to make quantity as well as a mandatory.
yes. Either we can say if we are not entering any value in the quantity, it should consider as a 1. Okay.
Uh,
Or if we are not, or make this field mandatory. Simple
okay,
as this.
one question like, can we have a default value in the field?
See, in the Salesforce, from the admin part, this can't be possible.
Mhm.
But Salesforce is not limited to only the admin part which we are learning. This is just a very, very, very basic things which we are learning. But Salesforce uses the Apex language. Basically, it's a Java we can say. And we can do whatever we want to. We can input a quantity as a 1 by default as well in any kind of field. Anything we can fulfill. It just a developer need to think how we put this particular thing in this case, but they that is possible. I am 100% sure. Okay, so a tester work is not like is it possible or not. We just need to give the suggestion. We need to give the thought like either this can be the solution or this can be the way or it should be a mandatory. Our work is to make the software better. It should not break in any scenario. It should not give any confusion to the person who is using the system, or it can be a customer, it can be anyone who can use this particular system which we are developing. So our work is to make it as easy as possible. So there are two ways. Either we can make the quantity default to one, or better is rather than putting the quantity as one, maybe that person wants two quantity, but we have missed. So rather than make the quantity as a field mandatory, then how like we can enter maybe two, three, whatsoever quantity that particular person wants. Understood what I mean to say?
Yes.
Okay, what if developer doesn't give it as a mandatory field? There is no mandatory symbol. So can we raise it as a bug or as observation?
Yes. Yes. First thing, these are not the requirements. Like
Hmm.
you can make the unit price field as the mandatory, as the quantity field as the mandatory. You won't be able to see anywhere it's written like make this field as a mandate.
Hmm.
So you can't say it's a bug. Defect or the issue is something. Let's suppose one person say do it in this fashion,
Yeah.
but if something is not written in this, you can't say it is a bug. It is a defect. You can't. But what you can say, what I tested one of the scenario where we were able to enter the value in the unit price field, and if we does not enter any value in the quantity, we were getting the output as a zero, which I don't think so it is relevant for the business, and vice versa. Like if we enter the value in the quantity and there is no unit price of the product, but we are getting the output as a zero. As per the formula, it is working good, but I don't think so. If we think from the business point of view, this is a valid point. So we need to discuss with our team. Like with our team, we have business analyst, we have our team lead, we have a developer. So we have a daily call with all of them in our company, so we can discuss. I was testing the TES48 user story, and I found few things like the scenario if we does not enter any value in the unit price, we are getting so and so value, and if we enter value in the unit price and does not enter in the quantity, then we are also getting so and so. As per the formula, everything is correct, but if we think logically from the business point of view, this does not make any sense. Got my point?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is the observation first, not the defect, not the issue. It is the observation you think manually, being a human. Now you discuss team lead or BA, who someone will agree with you. Obviously, you have to convince them why you are correct. Obviously, they will agree on this point. Now, what they will do, they will change. They will do some changes in the user story. Like they will write in the acceptance criteria, maybe the sixth point, make the field unit price as the mandate, make the total amount as the mandate, or whatever. So the discussion is, they will write update this user story. Understood? Now a developer have to refix the user story as per you. Like they will make those two fields mandatory for you, or whatever the discussion is, maybe defaulting to one or any. They will do it for you. Then you have to retest. those scenarios which were failing. Understood my point?
Yes.
What more we can think of?
Values in minus.
Correct. Let's suppose if I enter -2 over here and 32,000 over here. Let's try it out. First, we have to think. I think like -2 and the unit price. Let's see. Are we able to enter -2 over here or we are just thinking? Let's try. What should have? What will happen? See. So what we are getting? Value in the minus. Does it make sense?
No.
No. Now, same thing. If we try in this, putting minus in this way. Now, if I do in this manner, 5 into minus 500, it will give me minus 2500. So obviously, again, it does not make any. Now, this you can raise as a defect. Why? Yeah, obviously, it is not written over here, but now you have to think logically. In any case, minus won't be the value in the unit price in the quantity. Now you can raise a defect. The quantity field is accepting -2, like values in the minus symbol. And the same unit price field is also accepting the value in the minus. Or you can raise the same defect. The quantity and the unit price field are accepting the values in the minus. So we can raise it. Understood? These two scenarios. Hmm. Shashi, Nikhil, Praveen.
Yeah, understood.
Now, what
Yes.
more we can think of? What more? See, each and every scenario we are testing is creating an issue. Think if we fix all these things, how better the system can be, right?
Yeah, include some negative cases, like instead of decimals, we give some alphabets and
Alphabet. Now, let's try to input alphabet if we are able to. So, I am entering the alphabets, but we are not able to input the alphabet from the keyboard. So, it is
hmm.
not accepting.
Hmm.
Okay, but this
But
can
in
be a
test
case.
case, we can have it.
Yes, we can see put some alphabet and see what is the reason, like what we are getting. But in actual, when we are trying to enter the alphabet, we are not able to enter.
Hmm.
Okay, what more? Let's enter the special character. We are not able to enter the special characters as well. Special characters are uh, and hash, at the rate, all these are the special characters. So we are not able to enter those. So alphabets, special characters, we are unable to enter.
Try with the length we have given a 10, right? So more than a 10 length.
Yeah. Now we have given the quantity as the 10. Although it is not mentioned over here, because we have developed this.
Hmm.
But in real, you don't know because you haven't developed. Now think from the business point of view. Enter the any realistic value. So realistic value can be like any person can purchase maybe 500 quantities. Any business can purchase, right? 500 refrigerators, 500 AC. So think from the industrial point of view as well. So 500 quantity is acceptable. That is great. Unit price can be this big, which is fine. Any product can have a bigger value as well. Now for decimal points, okay, let's see. It is accepting the decimal points and calculating the values when it's very huge. So obviously we need to use calculator in this scenario to verify like it is properly calculating the decimals and each and everything. 36436.34 into 500. So 1821870. 491. Yeah. So we are getting the values in the decimal as well. Clear? 1789024.9. So we tried out the decimal. We tried out the. We can try out like we tried out the blanks. We tried out uh, alphabets, special characters, minus values. All these things we have tried out for these. Okay. We tried out few things as well. If you see, let's suppose 405. If we are changing the value, we are getting the updated values. 400 into to 800. If we are changing anything, so it is getting updated. 450, 1200. Based on each, it is getting updated. If we are updating the quantity or the unit price, the total amount field value is also automatically updated as per the formula. Understood?
Yes.
So the system should have a formula field called total amount. We have created this. The total amount field should be automatically calculated. It is doing this. If either quantity or unit price is updated, the total amount field should also get automatically updated. This is also going good. The total amount field should be read only. So are you able to edit this value in this field? Like by own you are not able to, right? By own you are not able to enter anywhere. It is based on these two values. So we have tested this part as well. Then validation should ensure correct calculation should come if we change the quantity or the unit price. So we have tested this part as well. If we change the value in any, then a correct value is coming over here after calculation. Is it clear? So that is how we need to make sure our whole user story is properly working fine or not. So we need to think all the scenarios and we need to write all those scenarios in a normal format. Like in just think we need to write in the format in the English in the words basically. Now all these scenarios we have to write in the words. Like let's enter the value in the quantity something and in the unit price something like something is put some data like 3 or 32,000 and see what is the value we are getting in the total. Now let's try to enter no value in the quantity and some value in the unit price and vice versa. Now the third scenario, try to enter the negative value in the unit price and positive value in the quantity and the vice versa. What will happen? Let's try to enter alphabet in any of the field, quantity or the unit price. Let's try to enter the special characters. Let's try to update the record by updating the unit price. See, the total amount is getting automatically updated. Let's another scenario. Check is the total amount field we are able to edit or it's a read only. Read only means we can't able to edit. So these are the words we can use to write these things in the form of scenarios. Clear?
Yep.
So this is called a testing. We'll see how exactly we have to write. There is a proper format, but today we haven't covered the exact format. We just like my today's topic was to understand what the testing is. Now, in the same manner, we can test any of the user stories which we have implemented so far. That can be a pick list, global search, any field, any user story we are implementing, we can test. TS44, 46, then user story 43, 44. Each and every story we have to test. Developer will implement it. We have to test. Okay. If there is no requirement like a quantity field should accept 10 digits, then we will going to test the 10 digits part as well. If no, then we'll check some good amount of value. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So that's all from my side today. Just try it out, this user story. Test it out. Try to write out these scenarios in your words, whatever best you can write. Okay. And then we'll go for the next user story and the formatting, how we can write the scenarios. These are the scenarios which we write in whenever you move into any company, we have to write properly. So we'll discuss these things maybe in the next class. Okay, that's all from my end. If anyone have any questions, can ask me.